It was supposed to be a quiet winter hike. Just a guy, his camera, and the frozen Pennsylvania landscape. But when the woods start following you, staying still isn't really an option. So, what happened? Tonight's first video comes from Walter Zollner Nature Adventure Discovery, a channel dedicated to the raw, quiet, and occasionally unsettling reality of solo wilderness travel. Walter films what most people would call landscape photography, sweeping vistas, winter light, the kind of footage that makes you want to buy hiking boots. The footage exists, so here we are. It's February 6th, 2024. Mount Mincy Overlook, Pennsylvania.
I want to tell you what happened there because I wanted to get a little bit of distance from there. So when I got to the overlook there, I kept thinking that I heard like an animal, like moving around in the brush, a little bit up the hill, a little bit behind me, not too far. I thought it was a small animal because in the wintertime, a small animal like a squirrel or a rabbit can sound large when it's going through the leaves. But I didn't think too much of it because the view was really beautiful. And I went into that lower.
Walter's at the main viewpoint when the silence breaks. Rustling in the brush up the hill behind him. He assumes squirrel. Frozen leaves. Loud racket for a small animal. He moves. The rustling moves. He stops. The rustling stops. Winter woods are supposed to be dead still, frozen, empty, quiet. Something is matching his position deliberately. He keeps the camera rolling and scans the tree line.
It's music, like really like low bass, kind of like rhythmic, kind of creepy music. And I'm looking, and there's this guy, and he's like standing in a tree, all dressed in black, like this. Okay, this was creepy as shit. Okay, I'm telling you this. I'm not making this up. Now I'm in the middle of filming my video. I got really unnerved by this, but I kept taking my couple of pictures. I didn't stay there as long as I.
He zooms in expecting a bear. What he finds is worse. A man, dressed entirely in black, perched completely motionless in a tree right next to the trail's most popular viewpoint, smoking something with a distinct cherry scent. Low, rhythmic, bass-heavy music echoing through the woods from somewhere. The man stares directly down at him without moving. Walter later describes it as incredibly negative energy. He cuts his filming short and gets out fast. Smart.
A young fellow there with some binoculars. That guy dressed all in black, now he's like sleeping on the ground. I mean, it's only 30 degrees out. It was like 22 this morning. I don't know, something's not right.
He hikes to a distant lookout to process what just happened, then realizes to get back to his car, he has to retrace those exact steps past the same overlook. He goes back. The man has climbed down from the tree. He is now lying fully exposed, sleeping, on the bare frozen ground, in 30-degree weather. Walter passes him quickly, doesn't look back, doesn't stop, doesn't engage. He makes it to the car. The man stays behind, lying in the frozen dirt. Music still playing for an audience of nobody. A man in a tree, staring down at a solo hiker in silence, then lying on frozen ground in sub-zero temperatures. No explanation offered, none requested. Some encounters don't need a paranormal label to be deeply unsettling. This is one of them. But honestly, the moment he realized he had to walk past the same spot again, that's the part that would have broken me. Great Smoky Mountains National Park doesn't look threatening on a summer afternoon. Green tunnels of forest, well-maintained trails, tourists with bear bells and trekking poles. But the difference between a nature documentary and a survival situation, about 30 feet and a missing adult. Tonight's second video comes from Metro on the Move, a backpacking channel run by Andy Metro out of Atlanta, Georgia. Andy documents through hikes, ultralight gear breakdowns, and practical backcountry tips. He's the kind of guy who can talk for 20 minutes about tent stakes and make it interesting. The camera kept rolling.
Look, dude, there's a bear, dude. Right there. Right there. You see it? You see the bear?
Holy shit.
Whoa, he's staring at us too, man. I don't know if you guys can see that on the GoPro. He's looking up. He ain't scared. He wants to cross.
He does, but he just saw the other people go by. He's not big either.
No, that means the mama's somewhere around here. Oh, there he goes. Oh,
Decent size for a cub, though. I don't know that they're
that's a
that
cub.
big.
Yeah, that's a cub. Holy cow. Hey, bear. Hey, bear. Hey, bear.
Dense forest, summer trail, and then a large shape in the brush ahead that isn't a tree. They freeze. The shape freezes. The bear doesn't run, doesn't spook, doesn't do what bears are supposed to do when humans appear on a well-maintained trail in a national park. It just stands there, calm, direct, completely unfazed. Andy notes this isn't typical behavior. Most wild bears bolt at human scent alone. This one has somewhere to be and isn't moving until it decides to. Survival mode. Immediately. They start shouting, "Hey bear, hey bear!" Loud, sharp, continuous, announcing their presence to anything listening, not running, not freezing, making noise because noise is the only thing that might prevent something much worse from coming through that tree line right now. They make it through. Standard safety techniques, voices into the trees, calm heads, all their limbs accounted for. The tent stakes and ultralight pack calculations didn't prepare them for this moment, but doing exactly what you're supposed to do did. Make noise. Stay calm. Don't run. Simple rules that feel very different when the cub is 20 feet away and the mother is unaccounted for. But honestly, the moment they realized it was a cub, that's when I'd have stopped breathing entirely. 6 p.m. The temperature is dropping fast. Dawson checks his gear one last time, but the real variable isn't the equipment. It's whatever else is already out there in the woods. By midnight, it'll be 20 degrees. By then, he might not be alone. Let's see what happened. Tonight's third video comes from Dawson Toller, a paranormal investigator who doesn't fake scares or add sound effects. He goes to historically tragic locations, sets up gear, and documents whatever happens. No jump cuts, no dramatics, just raw footage from places most people avoid after dark. He made it out with the footage. It's March 5th, 2025, remote woodland outside Camden, Tennessee.
There was rustling going on. Like we're in the woods, but I just want to make sure it's not like a bear or something. Because if there is, you guys won't see this footage. Because I'll be dead. Because there's no other cars here. So it would be really strange if there was people here, because it's out in the middle of nowhere. It's out in the middle of the woods. I don't see anybody or any deer or anything, but it sounded like the leaves moving. Strange. Might be a deer that maybe I can't see, because right now, I don't know if you...
Rustling in the leaves, movement in the brush. Dawson pauses, considers the options. Bear, deer, something with a reasonable explanation. But his car is the only one for miles. No other hikers, no campers, just him, and whatever is moving through the trees. Watching him approach the crash site before the light goes.
I didn't even realize that. That was just going off. Was that caught on camera? I hope I got that in time. So I used that for a few hours at an investigation. It's going off again. Hello? Are you sitting on the bench? Could you do that again, please? I really do appreciate it.
Night settled. Static box deployed on the memorial stone. The green indicator flashes on its own. Dawson asks if the entity is sitting on the nearby bench. The device lights up a second time, directly on cue. Atmospheric electricity doesn't usually answer questions. This did.
I'm crazy. We're in the middle of the woods, but I thought I just heard a cough. It's windy though. You know, I'd be willing to put my money on a stick like broke and it kind of was like, you know, and it kind of just sounded like a cough. So if you were making that static go off, which I really do appreciate.
He stops mid-sentence. The forest goes quiet except for the wind. Then a sound cuts through. Distinct, close, human-shaped. A cough, or something close enough to make the distinction meaningless. Dawson acknowledges it could be a breaking stick. The tone suggests otherwise. Something is standing just beyond the flashlight's reach, at a crash site where 4 people.
My name is Dawson. That just went off. That just went off. It's still going off. It should be calibrated by now. Could you step away? Could you step away, please? And then you can go back to it. I just want to confirm that that's you. That's weird, because it's not flashing or anything. It just moved over. There it is. 2 of them. Could you try to move? Okay. Why did that happen? Hello? If you're here, could you like rub your hands together or something? Create a little bit of static so that, oh my gosh, and now red. I don't know why that's happening. I truly don't.
He moves to a nearby gazebo to give other visitors space at the memorial. Calls out the names of the crash victims one by one. The static box reacts immediately, aggressively, staying lit for a prolonged period, cycling through multicolored LEDs in a full continuous circle. A pattern Dawson notes never appeared during hours of baseline testing at home. Not random, not malfunction, responsive to the names specifically. 20 degrees by the end, brutal wind, numb fingers, equipment that answered direct questions and reacted to specific names on the specific anniversary of a specific tragedy. Dawson packed up satisfied, the static box cycling its lights until the moment he turned it off. Some locations carry weight that doesn't leave with the people who died there. This one certainly felt that way. But honestly, the device responding to the names specifically, that's the part that stays with me. You've probably walked through woods at night, maybe with friends, maybe alone, definitely with more light than you needed. Most people turn back at the first strange sound. John brought a spirit box and kept walking. Tonight's 4th video comes from Creepy Outdoors, a channel hosted by John, who specializes in solo night treks into deep woods with minimal equipment. No crew, no backup, just a camera, a flashlight, and whatever comes through the static. Let's jump into it. It's April 9th, 2024. Lac de la Chigan, Quebec, Canada.
Hey everyone, it's Creepy Outdoors, and today I bought something very special. I bought myself a spirit box. Something I've been wanting to do for a long time now, but never had the chance, or perhaps the courage. Well, what better way to test my new device into going in this haunted forest? I'm just gonna start right away by turning it on, and sometimes we might be lowering the volume, just listen to our surroundings, but I'm mainly just gonna keep this thing on. Turn it on.
FM mode.
We're gonna have to switch the mode.
AM mode.
Let's forward it. And this is the speed of the channel where it's gonna be. I'm gonna start scanning right about now.
Pitch black forest, flashlight cutting narrow tunnels through the trees. John admits he doesn't feel brave yet, just committed. The spirit box starts its sweep, scanning frequencies, waiting. The woods close in immediately. This is the part where most people would reconsider. John keeps walking.
Behind you. I seriously hope that's not what I'm hearing. Are you saying there's someone behind me? Oh. I hate when it goes like that. Gives me a bit of anxiety.
He asks out loud if any spirits are lost in this forest. The static answers immediately. Sharp, direct. Yes. No ambiguity, no static blur, just a clear affirmative from something that was apparently waiting to be asked.
Sworn I felt something on my back. Can you say that again? Are you behind me? Are you in the forest on the sides of the trail?
He tries to coax more communication. A weak, low-pitched male voice breaks through the white noise. Faint, suffering. It hurts. Two words from somewhere in the static that lands heavier than anything else captured so far.
Did you say you don't know who I am?
The lake. The local indigenous legend here involves a woman who drowned herself. John arrives at the edge of the dark water, and the audio profile changes immediately. A distinct female voice breaks through, repeating the same utterance 3 consecutive times, like something trying very hard to be understood.
Can you tell me your name?
Return trail. Deep in the trees, the frequencies distort, and a deep raspy whisper projects from the speaker. The word it produces is creepy, John's own channel name. Whatever is out there has been listening long enough to know who he is. Flashlight at 30% by the end. John commands the entities to stay in the forest, not to follow him home, and runs. From behind you at the start to his own name whispered back at the finish. The forest responded to everything. Every question, every name, every presence seemed like a normal hike until it absolutely wasn't. What makes 3 grown men trek up a hill at 11:30 p.m. in freezing rain? For Jimmy, Ben, and Tom, it's the thrill of camping somewhere, history already marked as cursed. The Pendle witch trials of 1612 left more than court records behind. So, what happened? Tonight's 5th video comes from Inky Jim's Adventures, a UK-based outdoor channel that mixes rugged wilderness exploration with late-night treks into historically haunted landscapes. They've got that lighthearted conversational tone that makes you forget you're watching people voluntarily sleep in places where people were executed for witchcraft. This is what came back. It's November 1st, 2025. Pendle Hill, Lancashire. 11:30 at night. Deep mud, howling wind. The trio is navigating the hill, joking about witch hunting to keep the mood up, struggling to find flat ground, already exhausted before anything has actually happened. This is the part where the decision-making is clearly questionable. They continue anyway.
On his way to the camp spot. What even time is it? Half past 11 at night. Wind shit and all in it. Right. Camping.
Camping time.
Went from adventures to explorers to campers. Witch hunters. Where are you, witches?
The conditions are brutal from the start. Mud that pulls at every step. Wind that makes conversation difficult. They're joking about witches and campfires, trying to treat this like any other wild camping trip. But 12 people were executed on this hill in 1612. 2 of them were locals. The history of this place doesn't particularly care about their banter.
Comes the to himself. Dog's just swung up and on that. Yeah, I thought it was. What, is it full moon tonight? Oh no. I know. It's a bit creepy, isn't it? Look at that. What? It is a bit weird, isn't it? I do apologise for the wind. Hey, look!
They find a cluster of dilapidated buildings near dark water, mockingly compare it to Camp Crystal Lake, which is the kind of joke that feels less funny in context. Then a heavy wooden door on an abandoned structure swings violently wide open, on its own. No wind pattern accounts for it. Nobody touched it. The mood shifts instantly from jokey to something else entirely.
What was that? Hang on a minute, that gate wasn't open, was it? No, the gate wasn't open. We came outside of it, didn't we?
Yeah, the gate wasn't open.
Was it?
Sure. Yeah, we walked outside of it, didn't we?
No, it's swinging.
Just started dropping.
We walked outside of it.
We walked outside of it.
Yeah.
We didn't open that.
No, is it all up with the ball? Oh, it's all with white, what thing? Shit.
They shine their flashlights toward a small outhouse. Another door slams shut, right in front of them. They try to rationalize it. Sudden gust, pressure change, something with a sensible explanation. They can't quite get there. The timing is too precise, too aggressive, too specific to the exact moment they looked. 3 doors, 3 different structures, all moving within minutes of each other, on a hill with a documented history of witchcraft executions, at midnight, in a storm that somehow never quite explains any of it. 1:30 a.m. Tent. Walkie-talkie session with a spirit named Alice. No definitive response. A completely sleepless night listening to the lashing wind. Up at 6:17 a.m. in pitch blackness. Packed in freezing rain. Off the hill before dawn. They stayed the whole night, which is either very brave or evidence that the hill decided to let them. Would you have stayed? They're halfway across the bridge when the spirit box speaks. The REM pod is silent. The laser music box hasn't triggered, but something in the trees just invited them into the forest. Michael says no. Trinity looks at the tree line, and the device responds with a single word. Depends. Let's get into it. Tonight's 6th and final video comes from Texas Paranormal, a channel hosted by investigators Michael and Trinity, focusing on raw explorations of haunted landmarks across Texas. Minimal editing, unproduced footage, REM pods, laser-calibrated music boxes, and radio frequency devices to capture whatever's actually happening. The camera kept rolling.
We are in San Antonio, Texas. We are at the Donkey Lady Bridge. So apparently this place is supposed to be haunted by a donkey lady, and I already kind of explained in the very intro at the beginning of kind of what is going on in this place. Again, there's just many stories of it and different variations, but all comes down to the local folklore. So we're gonna set up some equipment here. We're gonna see if we can capture anything. Run a spirit box, see if we can get any EVPs. And pulling up here, I did feel quite a weird vibe, and I am kind of sketched out a little bit. All right, so you're supposed to like kind of call out to summon them. So donkey lady, if you're here, we come in peace. We just want to talk to you. We want to know what happened. We want to know your story. We come here with all due respect. My name is Michael, and this is Trinity. We are paranormal investigators. I'm going to be setting up some devices around that will help you communicate with us. If you'd like to set those off for us, please feel free to do. That REM pod, you just have to touch the silver antenna to make it go off. And then this music box will kind of shoot a laser. It's going to calibrate, and if you walk in front of it, the music box will actually go off to let us know you're standing there. I also have another thing I'm going to turn on.
Closed down bridge, heavy atmosphere, the kind of location where enough people have reported the same things that you stop dismissing them entirely. Michael walks the setup. REM pod field explained, music box calibrated, cat ball positioned. Methodical, respectful, the kind of preparation that makes what follows harder to explain away.
I know you're here. Dude, I heard like come to the forest. We can't do that. We gotta stay on the bridge, unfortunately. We're technically not really supposed to be here at this hour, but we've come here a long way to communicate with you and tell people your story. Yeah, I see you. I think I heard me like in a woman's voice. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
You still focused on me?
Trinity asks if they're safe at this location. The spirit box replies with one word. Depends. Not yes, not no, just depends. A conditional hanging in the air that somehow feels heavier than any direct threat. On what does it depend? The device doesn't elaborate.
Like I love something, but can't really make it out.
Dude, I didn't like that.
What did you hear?
I heard like footsteps coming this way.
Dude, when you heard those footsteps, I heard charging come to the spirit box.
Yeah, I don't like it here at all. Like, I don't have a good feeling about it. I'm sorry, but a part of me wants to run.
Yeah.
Trinity hears footsteps, physical, real, pacing toward them from the dense tree line. And simultaneously, the spirit box produces another word, charging. The equipment and the environment, agreeing with each other in real time. Trinity wants to leave immediately. This seems reasonable.
Hey, REM pod. REM pod went off. It went off. And I was not near it at all.
Wait, are you sure you heard it?
It went off.
Okay, hopefully the camera picked that up. Alright, did you just set off the REM pod? If so, can you please do it again?
Maybe it said Lane.
I think it said Lane.
It said Lane.
Is your name Lane? Alright, if you're here with us to confirm, can you please set off that REM pod again? Trinity said she heard it. I didn't see it though.
Was that my name?
I think I heard Trinity. I think so. Or it could have sounded like it. Alright, we're gonna have to wrap up and leave here soon because we got a long drive ahead of us. So, I mean, if there's anything you want the world to know that you want everybody to see, please do it now. We have the camera right here. You can come through this. You can set off these devices. But people believe it more when they see physical reactions, like a REM pod going off, you know, the coffin. You know.
The REM pod, silent for most of the night, suddenly triggers. Michael is standing completely clear of the antenna. Something moved across the bridge. The equipment detected it. Nothing visible caused it. Michael asks directly, "Is the energy here positive or negative?" The spirit box answers, "In the trees." Not on the bridge, not nearby, in the trees. The exact place the voice told them to go earlier. The exact place the footsteps came from. The place Michael was right to refuse. 3 to 4 spirits on the bridge, according to the device by the end. Camera struggling to hold focus throughout the second half of the night. Energy drain. They think. Physical triggers quiet. Verbal responses overwhelming. They came to investigate a haunted bridge. Something in the trees had other ideas, but honestly, depends is going to stay with me. That one word. That's the one. That's it for tonight. If you watched all the way to the end, you're either very brave or you made some questionable life choices. Either way, like and subscribe, hit the bell, and click one of the videos on screen. I'll be back soon with more reasons to stay indoors. See you then. And if you made it this far, there was a hidden word somewhere in tonight's video. Drop it in the comments if you caught it.